watch the video to the end. The motherfuckers that say use Gusto with fixed skull. Y'all got fixed skulls, bro.
Yes, I do. Hello everyone, my name is Fish, and today I'm doing a challenge run on Blocktails, using every single difficulty card there is, sort of a true hell mode, and we're gonna see how far we can get. So without further ado, let's get on to the challenge. After we have a little interaction with Terry, we immediately go get $3. Yeah, I know I should have gone for the cards first, but there's really no way to gain XP until we actually fight something, so not a big deal. What we need those $3 for is for a very crucial card, which is Lucky Start. And Lucky Start is going to carry us through a lot of the bosses. Not all of them, as you'll see later on, but it is really important. Once that's finished with, we actually buy all the cards we need and set off towards the Roblox HQ to hopefully not have too much trouble with red and blue. And surprisingly, it wasn't that hard. Picked up a bomb on the way and just exploded them like 2 times, and they were dead. After this, we helped Shadletsky up, and he told us that we had to go to get all the swords. You know the deal. You probably played through this game already. So, our next little challenge is getting past Nubador. But before that, I did stop to do some fishing, because, you know, it's on brand. The name's Fish. I gotta do some. And then we started with what I innocently thought was going to be an easy little boss fight. I am not kidding when I say I had about like 3 hours of me failing over and over again. And actually not even 3 hours of me failing. 3 hours of just gameplay of me reading the text that Nubador says, "What's up, punk?" or something like that. And then immediately running away because I didn't get the fence. Because there was no way that I was gonna get anywhere close if I didn't use the fence as my starting ability. That being said, I still tried something else. I scratched whatever bucks I could get from random places, and I got days. And in my mind, I thought, oh yeah, maybe I can just get really good days turns. The RNG for that is crazy. Like, who would do that? Who would rely on that to just beat a boss?
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
But yeah, after that failed, I was getting really tired of doing this, and I was very close to giving up. But I decided to just keep going at it, and I hopped on a call with my friends, actually. And I had asked them, hey, do you guys want to join me and do this? And yeah, they said no. I'm the only person who wants to put myself through this torture. So we just talked for a while. My friend was actually playing Silksong, so he was also suffering from a difficult boss fight. So yeah, that definitely helped my mental stability. But I wasn't just chatting during all this. No, I was still focusing on the boss fight. And I started noticing something. Over the many times I did it, Nubador has something that other bosses don't. Or, well, most bosses don't. A random attack pattern. And that gave me an idea. If I could get the perfect attack pattern and use the items, the moves at the correct time, I could just barely squeeze out a win against this guy. I've gotten him low before, up to like 3 HP, well, down to like 3 HP, whatever. Point is, this was possible. And oh boy, when I realized this, I was so happy. And well, it gave me this.
God. Yes!
So yeah, I beat Nubador, and as you can see, I wasn't speaking much because I was kind of just like stone-faced looking at the console while I was doing it. While my friends were like talking about Silk Song. I don't actually remember. I think they moved it to Dead by Daylight. Anyway, point is, that is where the video was supposed to end. But as you can see, this is like 7 minutes of recording. This is actually like 2 hours of gameplay, so there's a little more. So after I beat Nubador, we get to Chapter 1, where it actually starts off pretty easy since the Supreme Ant isn't really much of a challenge. And we beat her pretty easily. So after that, we actually get to Snowdin, where we're going to do one thing, well, two things. Get the secret ball behind the waterfall, not because I need it, just because I want it, and get the apple pie. Now, the apple pie is actually a really good item. It increases your attack, which is really helpful for us because we're basically stuck at the minimum amount of attack we can do for the entire game. But after we get that, we go to talk to Monty. He tells us we need to save some guy, and we go on our way to get dynamite. And I guess save the guy, but that's the least important thing. So we continue on our way, killing the natural wildlife, taming it, until we get to the Banished Knight, which, again, mini boss of the chapter, but not really a big deal. It is really easy to take care of this guy. After this, we get to the place where we're going to fight the easiest quote-unquote boss in the whole game, and where we're going to supply ourselves with bombs from now on, especially later on when we get the ability to cook. We are going to farm a lot of money using these. Aside from that, then we have the little puzzle that we do pretty quickly, and immediately get jumped by animals after this, and get mauled. So yeah, that's nice. But we finally get to the dynamite, and are able to save the guy who's been there for who knows how long, a couple days, stuck under the rubble. Which then, after grabbing the dynamite, saving the guy, we go back to the little intersection at the entrance, and we traverse through the starting grounds of the castle. After entering, I immediately got caught by the guards at the start, and let me tell you, the amount of damage these guys did not fill me with hope, because they did a lot of damage, and they took a lot of hits. But aside from a few close encounters and having to run a couple times, I got through the first puzzle and opened the main door to the rest of it. And I won't bore you with the rest of the castle, because there was really nothing important that happened. I skipped every single encounter, and I just went straight through it. Did all, like, the puzzles between quotation marks that are, like, destroy this pillar, blow up the dynamite, yeah, stuff like that. Until I got to the statue. And to be honest, at the moment, I was terrified of the statue. I did not know what was going to happen. It's literally how a new player feels when he sees or they see the Souls Collected thing. You feel worried. But two things happened. First of all, I immediately got a defense, so that's good. That's already a good start. And then the battle actually started. And I realized, wow, the first attack does a lot of damage, but after that, as long as you heal once during the battle, it's just a free win. Like, it was not as hard as I thought. That's the point of it. So that was like a little relief off me, and I was able to just continue without any trouble. Now, that is nice and all, but it is not where this ends. So I broke into the main living quarters, or whatever this place is, honestly. Knocked out a bunch of guards, messed up the royal food or whatever the wizard was cooking, and got the shrinking, which honestly, I don't know if the shrinking is gonna help me for anything. I would think I tried to use it in battle because I remember it might have done something as an attack, like shrink your enemy. That's what I assumed, but I don't think so. So it's just an item I have, so that's good. Progressing the story, and then we get to the main man himself, the Cruel King. Now, I'm going to be really honest here. Cruel King, not really that difficult. We have a lot more resources than we had with Nubador. Unlike Nubador, it was really specific, like, I think I did it the best I could. Here, I took a long time to realize the correct course of action. And for that little joke I made earlier about not needing days to beat a boss, yeah, days is the only reason we could beat this guy. I was insta-killed by every single one of his attacks, and he has summons. But he has predetermined attack patterns, meaning he will do this attack on this turn. If you do days, even if he doesn't do the attack, that attack counts as if it's already done and then goes to the next one he's supposed to do. So, I tried many strategies, which was the classic old run until defense, which didn't really help at all because I still got insta-killed even through defense. And then I tried the shrinking. I shrinked him with minimize ball, and he still one-shotted me. So then I started doing days, and I calculated that I need 8 turns of days if I want to kill him, which really hard to get. I got 4 turns of days once and almost killed him. There's also a lot that wasn't recorded because I was like, I don't want to fill up my space with like 3 hours of dying. So there was about 2 hours of dying again. So this is just a few little bits of me dying and then the good one. But yeah, in conclusion, what I did was I went and bought a ton of Dizzy Dials, which, by the way, Dizzy Dials are really good, which I'm going to use later on in the game. And yeah, here's how it went. Now I am going to voice over this one because I was yapping my ass with my friends. But I don't really have much to say anyway. Basically what I did was just Dizzy Dial spam because I found out Dizzy Dial actually applies days too. And the higher the days level, the bigger chance that the enemy will skip their turn. So it was just a case of me being really lucky on this one and him skipping every single turn. So this is also where the big pie, the apple pie, comes in. It's not necessary. This is a bad example of how good the pie is. But yeah, I still really happy that I beat him, even if it did take me a long time to get the correct way. But it just feels so good to beat this chapter with like all those add-ons of difficulty. It's really nice. And that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed and want more of this, leave a like. And if we get to, I don't know, 10 likes, I'll actually do a part 2 to this. And don't forget to check out the channel I got inspiration to do this from, which will be in the description if I remember to do that. So, take care, see you later, and peace out.